these work this morning? Yay, okay. We're here. Oh my goodness, it's working. Okay, good morning, everybody. I have some fun little simple cards to do today. For those of you joining me this morning, my name is Terry Brummagem, and I am an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up, and my business name is Crafts a Latte. I so appreciate when you all come in and join me. I am actually trying to do this as a business, and so I absolutely love it when all of you can come on and join me. So I didn't really have a specific time that I was coming on this morning because kind of got a lot of stuff going on, but that's why I still want to make sure that I always come on and share with all of you. And so hopefully the internet is working today and everything is good. I do coffee and a card on Saturday mornings, and it's just a fun way to come on and just very laid back. My Wednesday nights have switched to, last week I tried Thursday night, and this week I'm going to be trying either Tuesday or Thursday night, depending on when my daughter gets here to share her birthday. And so if you could just share with me what days you think you would like me to come on. I love getting input, and so I would very much love your input on that, okay? And so, let's see, I'm trying to find my mom's group that they keep saying that they can't seem to find me. And so I'm just trying to find where they are, actually. And so let's see here. I just kind of waiting a couple minutes because we're trying to get all this linked. So many different things are going on with Facebook right now that I'm just having a dickens of a time trying to come on. Let's see. I don't even see. Let's see. I'm just waiting for somebody to come on and let me know that I'm on and that I'm in the right group. Let's see. I don't know. Well, we'll just have to leave it the way it is. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump in and get started. So, you know, everyone's been asking about different levels of stamping. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. For those of you just joining, my name is Terry Brummagem, and I am an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up, and I have created Crafts a Latte, which is a little business that I am trying to do. So I am trying to do this full-time, so I so much appreciate all of you coming on, and when you like, comment, and share, it just really helps me to promote my little business here and give out door prizes and engagement prizes. And so in honor of today being National Have Ice Cream for Breakfast Day, I thought that it would be appropriate to bring in the Ice Cream Corner Suite that we have in the January to June catalog. But I also have to mention, even more important than having breakfast for Ice Cream National Day, it is my daughter's 24th birthday. So happy birthday, my dear Abby. I love you, and I hope that you're having a wonderful time in Charleston today. So it was kind of appropriate because her and my dad and my other daughter Maddie and my niece and nephew Travis and Amanda, they used to absolutely love having ice cream with my dad. And I'll tell you what, they, I think, had it at all times of the day. So that's why I thought I would come on and go ahead and share these cute little projects. And so I will kind of go through, because I have shown my shaker card with this before, excuse me, but if you have any questions at all, please just ask me about this kit. It's the Sweet Ice Cream Stamp Set, And it does come with a bundle, which is this punch here. Sorry about that. So the ice cream builder punch. So these are a set. You can use it without the punch or with, which is what I showed you today. And so, but if you do get these two together, you get 10% off. And of course, I'm all about saving money. You all know that. And so what I also tried showing you today is because some of you have mentioned me privately that you don't have the funds to get like the die cuts or the punches, and you kind of want to just do some projects that don't require a lot of the added things, which is more of a beginner card, but you can step it up as you go. So this is strictly using paper and stamping today on this one. Then I took it up to the next level using our punches. So that's why I hope you stick around to have me show you both of them. And so we're going to go ahead and get started with this one here. Let me try to zoom in a little bit. So what I did is we are using Pool Party cardstock and the designer series paper that comes in this suite, but you don't have to purchase it as a suite. You can purchase things individually. And I just pulled out the wrong one here because I thought it would be fun to show you one of the other coordinating colors. So this is Pool Party that we're using here. And then we're gonna be using Calypso Coral to show you what it looks like using the same product, but just using a different color. I thought would be fun. So we'll need basic white for scraps. And then I'm using mini glue dots on this project. And I'm going to be using, oops, that's going the other one. Let's see here. So I'm going to be using the Designer Series Paper Sprinkles. And some of it I have done ahead of time because Saturday, again, is just a real laid-back morning class here for coffee and a card. And so what we're using is the Designer Series paper in this set. I've shown it to you before, and you can look in the catalog on pages 48 and 49. But it just has some really, really cute paper. I've cut this down to 6 by 6. It comes in 12 by 12, and we are going to start doing scrapbook pages at least once a month on Sunday. And so I'm shooting to do that next Sunday because my daughter is coming for the week. So be on the lookout for that. So in order to get updates and notices of all my different events, I've been changing quite a bit of different things. The best way to find out what events I am having is to go to craftsalate.com. If you enjoy anything that I'm doing today, please just go ahead and use my host code at checkout. So we're going to go ahead and start with a 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4 Calypso Coral cardstock. The first thing I'm going to do is bring in the same color of ink. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my ink pad here. And what we're going to go ahead and do is I do need to burnish this. I'm going to take my bone folder and burnish this to give it a nice crisp corner edge there so that when your cards are standing, I'm actually going to put this over here because I work from the right. And we're going to be using a couple of fun different colors because whenever I think of ice cream, I just think it's very bright and fun and colorful, which is why I opted to go ahead and use this suite to honor National Have Ice Cream for Breakfast Day. So I'm just taking the splatter from the stamp set and I'm just going to randomly, it doesn't have to be perfect, I'm just going to randomly add some splatter, better known as sprinkles, right, on here. And some of it's going to be covered, and that's fine. So that's what I'm doing there. Let me just add a little bit, maybe turn it around a little bit and just add that there. I am going to go ahead and let's bring in our silicone mat, open it up, and do some stamping off, it's called. So I'm just going to come in just on a little bit of the corners there, and I'm just stamping off and not bringing in my whole stamp there. And let's go ahead and make sure that we use our Simply Chamois to clean this because I am going to be using this on the next project. So again, today is really a fun way to just do some easy, fast cards All my measurements will be on my blog, craftslatte.com. And you can use your adhesive of choice. I'm going to use liquid glue today. I am usually one that likes the seal, and I am kind of trying to show different ways to use the different products, okay? So I'm just going to come in and just center this just somewhere in the middle there, okay? And then I always like to lift it up and put it at an angle where you can see how it looks if it were to be standing up. So I'm just going to bring that up just a little bit, which is one of the reasons why I like using the multi-purpose liquid glue, because you can move things around, okay? So then what I went ahead and did is, because we did use the Stitch So Sweetly dies this week, I went ahead and ran that through the machine. Already pre-did the dimensionals for us to make things go faster, and I like to take my pick tool and pop those off. That way it's an easy shot into the trash can. The reason I'm showing you that you can do this either just a rectangle, if you don't have the dies, that's fine. But if you have the dies, go ahead and use them. Now what I did, everybody, is again, we're just showing some pretty easy steps if you don't have, let's say, the punch. So what I did is I just took a piece of the designer series paper, and as you can see, it's reversible. So you could either fussy cut out this ice cream cone here, or you can do this one here that's a front and back. So alls I did, it's called fussy cutting. Some people like fussy cutting, some people don't. And if you don't like using fussy cutting, then you would want to get the punch. But what I did is fussy cutting, for those of you that don't know, you just take your scissors, okay, and you're just going to cut out what the image is, okay, just like that. And because we are live this morning, I didn't want you to have to wait for me to do that. So I went ahead and did that ahead of time, is I just fussy cut that out. And then we're going to go ahead and just attach that to our little fun label here. And I did forget one step. And I'm just going to lift this up a little bit, because what I did is, you know, you always have ribbon scraps. Or I do anyway. So what I did is I just took a scrap, and I'm not going to glue that down, okay? I'm just going to put that in there like so. Actually, what I did do is I put the glue dot. Sometimes you forget what you do. I'm just going to go ahead and put a glue dot right, or not a glue dot, in a dimensional, right there in the middle. And this is why. I'm going to go ahead and peel that off. And I want this to stay in the middle. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I thought it would be fun just to kind of have that loose. And things don't always have to be glued down. So that's just a little trick for you, that if you're just trying to use your scraps and you don't want it to move, just put a little dimensional there. So now we have laid down our ice cream cone. And now what we're going to do is, I went ahead and out of that same ribbon, I already tied the bow ahead of time. And what I'm using is from this suite. It's called the Pool Party. And it's a real fun ribbon. What I do now is, after you tied your ribbon, go ahead, take your glue dot, and take it off like that. And I just thought it looked kind of cute just right there on the cone. Again, we're just doing simple, but if you want to step up card today, you can. Okay, and I'm going to show you on the next one how you can do that if you purchase the bundle. What I'm showing you right now is just the stamp set, not the bundle, and the advantages to both. So then what I did is, I'm just going to show you, I went ahead, and let's go ahead and open this up like this now. I went ahead and took this Happy Birthday stamp set. I am not one who usually stamps and fussy cuts out, but I wanted to show you that it's okay to do that. So I already did that ahead of time, but I'm just going to show you, you know, what I did. And so I just took the Happy Birthday here, And you're just going to stamp on the basic white. Doesn't have to be perfect, because then you're going to come in with your scissors and fussy cut that like this. So you have happy birthday stamped, and then you're just going to come in and fussy cut and separate those. So you don't always have to keep them together, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put that aside here. And again, I've gone ahead for us and went ahead and put those dimensionals on already. And this is just a real fast, easy way to collect all those at one time. And you're going to see how very fast and cute this card is. And so this is what I would call, I'm actually going to scoot this over just a little bit, a beginner class, and how cute that can still be. And we just have to do one more thing. So this suite that you don't have to purchase as a suite, like I said, but you can purchase individually, are these really cute ice cream sprinkles. And so you saw me use them in my shaker card, but I'm going to show you here today how fun it is. Another reason why I chose liquid glue today, people ask, well, if I just have money to get one adhesive, what do you recommend? I have tendencies of using the seal, but I am honestly trying to switch over and use more liquid glue for reasons like this. Because just adding these cute little sprinkles, I think is a gem in itself. So another tool that I use all the time is my pick tool. It's got my pointer for doing a lot of the intricate things, but then it's got the little putty on this side. So I'm just going to go ahead and start pulling up, and hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. And let me know if you guys can see that. And then I'm going to take a yellow one. I just love how it pops it up for us. And then I can switch it and kind of move it where I want. And that's going to dry clear, which is one of the nice things, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and take a purple posy one. Now, I don't know how many of you are aware, but originally I was going to use the purple posy paper, and I wanted to do monochromatic, which means the same color stamp, the same color paper, same color ribbon, etc. And that's what I love about Stampin' Up! Is how all of the colors coordinate. Well, when the purple posy originally came out, there was some problems in the ink center, and so some of us were not able to get the purple posy ink, and they never were able to get that fixed. And so we may have the blender pens and the cardstock, but not the ink. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't show that and have you want the purple posy, but we have some other beautiful purples. So what do you guys think here? I kind of really like that I switched it up, same project and everything, but I just switched up the color because on our paper packs, it will tell you what the coordinating colors are for that set. Okay, so what do you guys like? The pool party better or the Calypso Coral? But I just thought it would be fun to show you the difference between the two. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set those over here. This is my silicone mat that you know how much I love. Now we're going to step it up if you got the bundle. Okay, so the first card is the beginner, just the stamp set. Now we're going to come in and use the bundle, get 10% off using the ice cream cone punch and the stamp set together. But I'm going to show you again still how very easy these cards are today. So I'm going to go ahead and move those over just a little bit. So the projects that we're going to be working with on this one is some of the similar. Okay, so we're using the Pool Party 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Coming in again with my bone folder and burnishing that. Okay, so when you guys are coming on, whether you're coming on live today or coming on my replay, please like, comment, and share. That's how I'm able to run my little business here that I'm trying to do full time. And for anyone who does like, comment, or share, then you get happy mail from me, which means that you'll get one of these cards for me if you are the one drawn. And it's just a fun way for me to be able to do that for you guys for, you know, helping me support. So if you do see anything you like, craftslatte.com, hit shop now, and when you go to checkout, you'll use that host code there. So I'm going to show you a couple of tricks that I did on this one. We're going to go ahead and do the base first, okay? And I'll show you why. So over here in the corner, I put Treat Yourself. So we're going to go ahead and start bringing back in a color that I wanted to make sure that we didn't have too many colors going on today. I'm also trying to use colors that if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber through me, you know, we get our little ink spots through those. So I'm trying to use colors that have been in previous Paper Pumpkin stamps packages. And that's a great way for you to accumulate your colors, is through the Paper Pumpkin subscription. If you have any questions about that, I did a video recently on the Valentine one, and it's just a great monthly subscription. You get everything that you need, including your first block. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp Treat Yourself first. That way, if I make a mistake, I can flip it over, and that looks pretty good. So I wanted to make sure that I did that before I glued anything down. So again, my measurements are going to be on my blog, okay? But before I glue these down, I'm going to show you a little trick that I wanted to make sure how I would get these centered, because I wanted the two to come together, even though I'm covering it with the ribbon, okay? So what I did to see kind of how much room I needed, I took this corner here, corner to corner, and kind of just pushed down a little bit. This is another reason why I'm using the liquid glue today, to be able to maneuver and move stuff around if I need to. Not knowing how much space I want to leave for my ice cream cone. So then I'm going to bring it up, and this is going to tell me roughly how high I want that grain, or I can bring it down more, okay? So what I mean is, now I'm going to take my next piece, and I think that looks perfect. So go ahead and make sure that this is straight, and go ahead and glue both of those down. Now remember, you can always switch these two as well, but I thought that since my ice cream cone was the focal point, I wanted the ice cream cone at the bottom. Again, we're just doing simple copy in a card this morning. Okay, now I'm going to show you what I did with this little trick here. And I'm not going to close, usually you know me, I'm going to close my stamp pad, but we're going to be using all three colors. But I wanted to show you what I did here in order to adhere my ribbon down, because I don't want to wrap it around, because I'm not putting anything on my top of the card. Usually it's just on the base. And because it was two pieces, I couldn't really wrap it around. So I'm going to show you what I did. I took some tear and tape, which you know I love, and I just attached it to one side of the ribbon. I kept it on the spool, and I'm just going to go like this and push it all the way down. And easy peasy. Then I'm going to take my pick tool again here. Well, good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Sue. Thank you so much for coming on this morning. I'm kind of been fidgeting around with my times, trying to figure out what works best. Saturdays are usually a day for people doing errands and doing social breakfast if you're able to get out. So I've been kind of switching up my times. Is it funner to come on first thing in the morning, maybe mid-morning because you're wanting to sleep in? So if you guys have any input, just please let me know what you guys think. If you like me coming on earlier, same as my Tuesday and Thursday nights. I'm switching up my times a little bit. So here I have my adhesive, and just make sure that if any of it got on the edge, to just fold it over. And then I'm going to just kind of come in, and I made it a little bit longer on both sides, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and come in like that, but not push it down all the way until I lift it to see if it's straight or not. Nice to see spring colors. Yes. So if you are just joining me, today is National have ice cream for breakfast day. So I thought how fun it would be to go ahead and show these fun colors. You know, here in Colorado, it's a beautiful sunny morning, and it's so fun to have it be, you know, bright and sunny one day, and then you've got the beautiful snow the next day. So then what I'm doing, everybody, is I'm just trimming off that extra. And it might be easier for you to go ahead and come over and flip it over and do it this way. So, perfect. Do you guys see kind of how easy people will say to me, oh my gosh, I would love to be able to do what you do, but I don't have the skill. Well, everybody, that's why I'm here. I provide the tools for you, but you can see how absolutely easy it is to be able to follow along with me or watch the replay, and you can pause it that way if you have questions. Now, this is also an example of what some of my classes to go, or kits to go for a lack of better words. So you would go ahead and order the class, and I think I'm going to start doing something a little bit different, everybody. Okay, again, now I have the larger of the Simply Stitched that we showed this week as well. And I've said that if ever you wanted to go ahead and purchase the dies, which is the next level up, that this is one that I would highly recommend. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I tried having all of this done ahead of time, but you know what? You see how fast it is. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do with my classes, everybody. I am going to try to do it where you will receive your kits prior to me going on. So for example, it could be a class that's $20 a month, no commitment, but free if you spend $25 in product. And then you get the kits in the mail, and then we would do it together, okay? Or I might do like my Thursday night class now, and if you see what you like, then you get everything that I make that night. But what do you guys like about the idea of going ahead and getting the kits before I go live? So now I'm going to go ahead and show you how we use the punch, okay? So let's go ahead and put this up here. And I wanted to bring in the colors that we're going to use. So I'm going to actually go here. So I've got the Calypso Coral. I'm bringing in 3 colors. Just a reminder tip here that Calypso Coral, on the back of your stamp sets, when you get your stamp set pads, excuse me, not sets, but when you get your ink pads, there's little stickies on the back here. And you can label one here as well as here, because you want to make sure you store your pads flat. And so when you start to bring in different colors, it's important to know, like this one here is not marked yet, but it's marked here. So I'm using Pool Party because I'm doing monochromatic, same color on the same cardstock to show you guys how fun it is to coordinate our product. But this will be a good one for me to show you on one of my training videos how to do that. And then I'm also bringing in So Saffron, okay? And so here's my 3 colors. So this is a prime example that I have not labeled all of mine. And let's say I was using 3 different yellows. I would definitely want to know which one I'm working with, because when you go to do what I'm doing here, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take that splatter or sprinkle and go ahead and put it on the So Saffron paper. And I'm actually going to cut this little section off here. And then I'm going to go ahead and come in with that ice cream punch and just go ahead and punch that out. And actually, I got too much. I actually don't like the way that looks. And so I'm going to go ahead and punch it out first, because I'm going to be doing that because I didn't have it centered right where I wanted. Okay, so you're just going to come in after you've punched it and stamp it like so. But you can go ahead and stamp off if you want to as well. Okay, so I could have kept that one. Now, because I'm going to be doing this with 3 different colors, you got to make sure you clean your stamp, your ink pad, your stamp each time you do it. I can go ahead and take the time to close that up now, but it's going to be okay for just a second. to leave that there. Now I'm doing it in the pool party directly on. So you can see that you can either use your designer series paper and cut it out with your scissors, which is fussy cutting, or you can stamp and then use your punch, or you can also use your punch on some of the DSP and use it that way. Okay, so we're done with the splatter or the sprinkles. Now we're going to come in with the ice cream cone. Now, we have some gray, which I showed you in my shaker card. We have the designer series paper. Let me just show you just real quick. I could have just come in and cut this out if I wanted to, but I'm trying to show you different ways to use product. So which one do you guys like better? The designer series paper, or I'm going to come in with the color coordinating color of this brown here. And this one is the cinnamon cider. So I'm going to go ahead and come in with the line for the ice cream cone part. Waffle cone, is that what that is? So I'm just going to come in and kind of stamp it right there in the middle. And if you don't like how it cuts out, or stamps out, excuse me, then just turn it over, okay? But since I showed you that method, look, let's clean my stamp here. Since I showed you that method, since I already have one that is stamped, I'm going to keep it this way. However, when I am doing it with the designer series paper, let me go ahead and close these for you while I'm chatting. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm talking about to get a designer series paper punch out, to kind of show you the difference. So I guess for my particular purpose today with my card, I'm keeping consistent with if it's all stamped or not, if it's all fussy cut or not, or if I want to bring in one of, let's go ahead and let's say a splatter. I want to go ahead and make my 3-tier or my 1-tier, my 2-tier, and I want it to all be punched out. So look at how fun this is. Let's find one that's got an angle that I can come in at and not waste. But do you see how there would be 2 different colors? So how fun it is to use the designer series paper. And so that would be my preference, to use designer series paper. But let's say you have all the inks, and it's just a different way to use things. Oh, Sue, designer series paper. Yes, that's funny. So that's my preference as well, but it's fun to do it several different ways, right? So now let's go ahead and show you how very easy this is going to be to put together. So let's go ahead and bring in our dimensionals, and I'm going to show you how much faster it is to use instead of trying to use my nails. Okay. Anybody have any special plans today? Again, it's my daughter's birthday, so how fun to have a, and she actually does not like cake, but I'll tell you what, she does love crumble cookies. But how fun when you don't like cake for national holiday to be ice cream for breakfast. So if she was here, which she is in Charleston, South Carolina today, celebrating her birthday with her boyfriend and her friends, I would have snuck her some ice cream. I doubt she probably would have done that. She's just not one of those that much of a sweet tooth, but she does love her ice cream. I just don't know if it would be for her birthday, right? All right. So what we're going to go ahead and do is let's go ahead and assemble. So I've got my cone, and I'm going to go ahead and start right at that middle peak there. And then what I did is I kind of played it by ear, kind of where they needed to fit and not push down all of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and just start layering like so. Come in with my second layer like so. And then let's go ahead and come in. Oh, was that upside down? Oh my goodness. And there we have it. How fun, quick, and easy, everybody. I'm pretty sure all of you are going, oh my gosh, I could do that. Well, that's the fun of being able to come on and share with all of you. So now we're going to bring back in our sprinkles. And one of the advantages, again, of using the liquid glue here, or the green glue we call it. And I'm just going to start putting, I like to do things in odds. So you could either do it in 3 or 5, or maybe you don't want to add any. But these have been very popular. And I will tell you that things have been going on back order. That does not mean that you cannot get it. So if you are interested in any of the products that you see today, and it gives you a code that it's on back order, do you still want to get it? I would highly recommend that you still get it, everybody, because as soon as it becomes available, then you can get Happy Mail, pleasantly surprising, in the mail, as much as we all want it right now. But they have been working very diligently to get everything back in and get it to us. And I can happily say that the shipping has gotten much better. I just placed an order this week and it's going to already be here today, and I didn't pay the expedited because sometimes I do that for my classes. And so yeah, things are going much faster. So that's a praise the Lord, right? And so there you have it, everybody. Look at how fun and cute and easy these cards were today for our Saturday Coffee and a Card dash cards. So you'll have to tell me which one you think you like better. So we have the punched ones out with the punch, okay? And then we also have just the simple fussy cutting, like so. So I just want to thank everybody for coming on with me for Coffee and a Card this morning. As a reminder, this is celebration right now. So if there's anything that you like, and let's say you like the bundle, which I can tell you exactly how much the bundle is right here and where to find it, because you want to make sure that when you are ordering the bundle, that you put in the bundle code, because you'll see this little 10%. And so that's $31.50. Well, if you take it up to $50, you're going to get a free item from Celebration at a level 1. And then if you spend $100, you get the funds, like, for example, the strawberry paper and stamp set that I showed on Thursday nights. Really cute chocolate-covered strawberries. And so just make sure that when you're ordering, it's before tax and shipping. So you could have this really cute bundle today. Very, very cute for children's birthday parties. Because, you know, I love doing my birthday kits for people. And so you get the designer series paper, and that is $11.50. And so you can see what I mean. You don't have to get the entire suite. I mean, that's great if you do, but where'd my paper go? I've been using it so much that it came out. So if you get the whole suite, that's $56, and then you've already gotten yourself a free pack of paper or a stamp set. You'll have to look in the Celebration catalog that I've sent you, or again, go to my website and it is on there when you go to shop. Another great resource about the catalog is it's a great tool to use as samples. Those are also posted on my website, as well as my Crafts a Latte group. I've started adding what's called units. So if you ever need to find anything, any of my PDFs that I'm offering for free that week, or catalogs, different things, you just look in units under my page. Okay, so if you have any questions, just let me know. And yeah, so I look forward to seeing you next time online here with me. And until then, everybody have a great, wonderful, blessed rest of your Saturday. And again, happy birthday to my beautiful daughter, Abigail. Be blessed, everybody. Thank you.